Oh, let me turn my. I probably should turn my camera on,
Yeah, for
shouldn't
sure.
I?
Turn your camera on.
Why are we like this?
Okay.
So I sent to a group chat. Self-destruction is drinking coffee out of a hot coffee out of a plastic cup I got at a sports bar a couple months back. um, Shout out to Lefties on Greenwood. They have dog shit food, but God, the vibes are immaculate.
Your screen went super small there for a second. All right. I think we're fixed now.
So how is the screen tonight? Is it like we're like that, and then like it's right there, or?
So we're side by side. I'm on the left, you're on the right, and we have 3 once and future covers under us with our background.
Swag. Okay. Okay, I see you. I think I got all the information correct. I didn't have time to go back and read, so I was pretty much just going off of my memory, which
Oh, dude, that's fine. That was
I was Googling so much shit, but hey, it's better to Google than not to Google. Also, I put the colorist in because I need to talk about that colorist tonight.
yeah, for sure.
For sure. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Um, all right.
We
I'm
good?
good.
We're
We're
good.
good. Um,
Swag.
so let's start talking about once and future.
Well, I don't see you on the screen.
What do you mean you don't see me on the screen?
I don't see your video on the
On what
screen.
screen? On the YouTube?
On on Skype.
I assure you I'm on here. Let me fix that.
Bestie.
Because I'm on the screen on
Oh boy.
YouTube.
Here we
Oh,
go with the fucking issues.
there we go.
I still don't see you.
I should be there.
Um. Uh, I don't see you, homie.
Uh,
Oh. Do you want to hang up and call back?
um, I guess I should be there.
Okay, because if it's that's weird. Okay, I'll call you back.
All right. And we're live. We're getting a phone call.
There you are.
And we're back.
And we're back. Okay. Gonna need the link. We can get to interactions, all that fun shit once I get the link sent out.
All right. I don't know why the fuck your screen is moving so much.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to be all up in this microphone's asshole tonight. I cannot make any promises.
Fair.
Um. Ew, what? Okay. You got the link?
Did you get it? I sent it to you.
I have the a.rtmp.youtube link. Wait, I'm being stupid, Cly. Hold on.
That's Bro, what link do you want me to send?
The live stream link.
That is the live stream link.
Oh, I got it. I
Bro.
got it. Shush, let me be stupid. Okay, I got you. Um. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, I guess.
Everyone's like, give me links. I'm like, okay.
Bro,
So
that's why I
here I
sent
am.
you the link before. Killing me.
That leads me to like a random YouTube like Google. It leads me to like Google, and then it's just like a blank video. So I trust you. It's just YouTube being whack.
Alright.
But then again, it's YouTube. So are we really surprised?
Not at all.
Exactly. Uh, so how's your day been? That's
I
the real
can't.
question.
I can't complain.
Have you ever tried Cash App?
Yeah, I love the Cash App.
Swag. I'm assuming it's not good for commission work though, yeah.
I can't send invoices or anything with it, which sucks.
Oh, you know how it be.
But I like my invoices. Keep track of everything. Here, I'm gonna send you another link. Try this one. There's 2 links.
I got it, B. Don't worry, I've got it all sent out.
All right, because they gave me 2 different links.
That's really gay. Oh, now it's working. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can get to introductions.
All right.
Ayo.
Do you want to go first?
Um, I need to know if we're having audio issues first and foremost.
I don't think we are. I fixed that last week. So I'm just gonna go through it quick. I'm John.
Okay.
I make a bunch of commissions, like cosplay stuff, for people that cosplay. I don't, because other people are more talented than me, and I like it that way. So, and I also like to talk about comics. And I'm gonna pass this off to Tyler.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I am a cosplayer and comic nerd of a lifetime. um, I unfortunately don't have the self-deprecating king title tonight. I think that one's going to go to John. But other than that, I think we're ready to start. Casually making weird slurping noises in my microphone. That's great. Okay, I got the feedback. We're good.
Dope. Yeah, I got the chat.
As
too.
always, spoilers, 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 especially for tonight because we are breaking down 18 issues of a ongoing comic.
Yes. And I'm super excited about that. It's such a good comic. We talked about it on the first stream we did on Clapper on It's Once and Future. I know you got all the authors and everything. You like your notes. You want to go through those real quick?
Yeah, so Once and Future is through Boom Studios. Very typical of us. Along with that, I'm going to butcher some names, so I am very sorry, but you know, if you know, you know. So the writer is Kieran Gillen? Gillen. We're going to go with that.
Yep.
The artist is Dan Mora, and the colorist, first time bringing up a colorist, is Tamara Bonvillain. And I bring up the colorist because, good God Almighty, she does an amazing job with Dan Mora. I am not even fucking joking. They do the main A covers and they do the interior art. And that's like so rare to find in comics to see the interior artist and colorist doing the A covers. So
Oh yeah.
I just had to throw her in there because she deserves all the love and credit because she is a fantastic artist. And I know that Cly has some of the covers on the screen.
The art for this has just been great. It's fantastic.
It's eye candy.
I went into my comic book store one day and asked them to recommend something to me, and the dude pulled out Once and Future, the volume 1, and I read that and I was hooked. It's been a long time since I really got hooked on a comic that quick and that I thought was that good. It's well written and the artwork, like, just to piggyback off of what you're saying, the artwork just, that's what like pulled me in. It's the drawing's perfect, the color's perfect, and it it really sets the mood and the tone for the whole comic.
It's like it's not detailed, but it's just detailed enough. Like I've shown so many people the artwork for the series because I'm like, because again, there's people who read for the artwork, there's people who read for the story, and there's people who read for both. This is one of those series where I read for both because I've shown people the art and they're like, that is gorgeous. I showed my manager and she was like, oh my god. I'm like, right?
Yeah.
It's it like you said, it does set the mood. Like it's think of like Tumblr aesthetic almost with like the sharp angles, but like rounded just enough. Rounded just enough. It's eye candy.
It's
so good.
It's fun to look at. It's fun. It's a fun read, and it's so essentially it's about myths, like it's specifically around King Arthur, especially right now. Who knows where it goes from here? Because there's a lot of different directions they can go in. It's just covering storybook myths, and they're coming to life, and they have their whole other world somewhere else.
So kind of, I've really compared it to Percy Jackson and the Mortal Instruments in a way, because there's like a family, like over the generations, I guess like it's a bloodline thing. They haven't kind of specified that, but there's a family who raises their children to play the parts of the Arthurian fairy tales and to keep King Arthur and his deranged knights in the other world, which is like a different dimension from the real, like our real world. Which is, let me just say, I've seen this done in modern fantasy before, but this is just such a really fun way of doing it, especially with like the magic involved, because the magic doesn't have too many rules. It's kind of a fuck around and find out situation.
Yeah, some of it doesn't even make sense, but I'm here for it. I compared it. I know you said you compared it to like Percy Jackson and Mortal Instruments. You said. I feel like this is a better version of that show, Grimm.
Ooh, yes. No, you're right. You're absolutely.
It's the same thing. It's storybook creatures. I mean, one of the first things he has to deal with is the questing beast.
Which I guess we haven't even introduced the characters of this series.
Yeah, no, there's so much I don't even know where to really start.
Okay, so let's break down our main characters real quick. See, this is why we don't really cover large series. And if we do, it's very, very condensed. So the kind of the main three, the kind of the main squad, as you will, is Duncan McGuire and his grandma go off, I guess, and then his girlfriend Rose, which I was skim reading and I couldn't find her last name, so unfortunately that's all we have to work with. And then we have our antagonists. We have King Arthur, deranged nationalists, Mary, and Galahad, which he kind of fine, my guy.
Galahad.
But those are kind of the main characters you will see throughout the series. It seems in the next arc we're getting more, but that's a different story. And kind of this first arc has really revolved around us getting familiar with this world, us growing with these characters, and what has led to issue 18 and the hiatus they've taken until August. But so I've got a lot of notes, Clyde.
I know you do. I'm looking at them and it's overwhelming.
I was just like, I'm forgetting something.
I skimmed it and I was like, what the fuck?
You're welcome. No, I'm an insane note taker. We come in. So when we first started this podcast, we did not come prepared. The most I had wrote down is the name of the comic, the publisher, writer, and artist. But we were always forgetting something. So now I'm coming in every week with a bunch of notes. And now it's like you're taking too many notes. And I'm like, ah!
Dude, it's so many notes. But I understand also because it's 18 issues.
Right. I mean, it's not us talking about a single issue that's just came out, which it makes it a bit easier because we can relay back on what we were talking about. But let's just get this out of the way. Arthur is a racist.
100%. There's
Literally what was it, like the first issue, homeboy was like, yo, so I want to like help you, and he's like, Saxon.
Yeah, no, 100% racist. There's no doubt about it. It's not even a question.
Let's get that out of the way. And then like that's the whole thing that's been like following through the series is the fact that he wants a pure Briton, which take that how you will. He's a racist.
Oh, 100%. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He's 100% a racist. And we were only going to get Arthur being racist for 6 issues. But now we have an ongoing series.
So it was originally intended for a 6-issue miniseries, which Boom Studios is notoriously like known for. And I say notoriously because it's really nice that they do miniseries. It like gets people familiar with different writers and artists. But with it being slated for a 6-issue miniseries and then getting picked up last second, I think they got picked up for like an ongoing series around issue 4 or 5. So like there was that weird energy shift between issues 5 to 7, and then it kind of went running. My friend and I who read it together, we kind of described it as like why are there triangles in the background?
What?
There's triangles in the background on your printer.
Oh, those?
I'm sorry, I got this.
Those things? That's I'm printing Taskmaster Shield from the Black Widow movie.
Oh, swag. Okay, anyway,
so that's why there's triangles on my printer.
So again, when I say I compare it to Percy Jackson, I really do. It's because like in that first book, we get to meet Percy and kind of like see him accept that he's a demigod, and in the second book, he's like very familiar and aware of what's going on. That's kind of how I would describe that energy shift and story shift of issues 5 to 7. Is like we're seeing Duncan go from like I'm a what to yeah, I know what the fuck I'm doing. So it's nice. They really played it off very, very well because not a lot of writers can do that as seamlessly as this team did. So props to that.
One of the things they did to do that was they made it seem like there was months that passed in between 6 and 7. It made it because he wasn't talking to his grandmother regularly like he was before.
Get to that.
Yep. She's crazy.
We'll get to
I
that.
love her. But so they made it seem like time went by, him and Rose were all the way in it and understood what was going on, and everybody knew what they had to do. And then everything went sideways again, and issue 7 came.
So it's really, really nice. Again, it's something really hard to pull off last minute. So that's a huge props. That shows you how strong a writer Gillen is. So
yeah.
I will admit though, and I will get to this later because I noticed this, a couple of my friends who read it noticed this, with that last minute change, there have been a lot of hiccups, plot holes, missing things within the story. So we'll get to that because again, a lot of my friends and I who have read it noticed this off the bat. But yeah, so we get familiar with Duncan, we get familiar with Rose. I just want to say how fucked up it is because I'm honestly really surprised that it was going to run for only 6 issues, especially like at issue 4 when we find out about, what was it? Looking at my notes. A Fisher King. Yeah. So like to access the other world, you kind of have to be worthy, right? And that's kind of what these 6 issues were building up to, was Duncan being worthy, accepting his role as Percival because his middle name is Percy, and taking the Grail and saving Earth. So we find out all of this in issue 4 because throughout the first 3 issues, we find out like he was never allowed to read fiction books, never allowed to watch TV, always nonfiction, history, science, like educational, not much room for imagination, very practical, on his feet thinker that his grandma raised him to be. And we find out it's like that because everyone in this family has to play a role within these stories, and she raised him to play the role of Percival.
Yeah.
Which, again, shit, bro, talk about childhood trauma.
Yeah, the whole thing is it's I don't even know begin to have I don't even know how to unpack all of that. But
Um, when he kind of confronted his grandpa, though, um,
when they
it was a screaming match between his grandma and his grandpa, and just so what does the boy know? What's your middle name, Duncan? And he says, Percy. And he says, yes, Percival. Your gran has trained you from birth to be the innocent Grail Knight, just in case she ever needed to get to a Grail. But you need a Fisher King to do that. And then the motherfucker shoots himself in front of his grandson.
Yeah, dude. It's a whole fucked up family. Now his
Like,
mom's running around with 3 personalities, maybe 4. I don't even remember. I can't remember what her
talk
name is
about
half
it.
the time.
Well, that's the thing, is like she's taken on so many different names and played so many different roles.
I think that's where it got a little bit confusing for me.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's something I wanted to point out later on when we
okay.
get about Beowulf and whatnot. Um, but yeah, no, I mean that's like it was gonna be a very fast-paced miniseries. I will tell you that
Yeah.
much. Like when I was reading, I was like, there's like I could tell what it was trying to do, and I was like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah. No. That's it, and I don't think it's one of those things that they wanted to take their foot off the gas for either. Once
Yeah, no.
because it's
They were gonna build up regardless of the amount of time they got.
yeah. So they got that 6 issues. They were they were fast. You were in the story right away, and once they got picked up, they didn't want to let go of that. And there was
And I will say that's kind of the weakness of it all.
yeah, so it's paced really fast. There's a lot of introduction of characters now. Lancelot's in there, and he looks like a fucking transformer or something. Uh,
He's kind of fine though.
he he's so blue. Why is he that blue? Why is he metallic
He's
blue?
thick,
I don't understand why Lancelot's metallic blue.
but Clyde,
And
he's
he has
thick.
he has Deadpool eyes.
It doesn't matter because he's thick. Thick.
Fair enough, but still, why the fuck is he blue?
Why not though? I mean, you're asking why is Lancelot blue?
Yeah.
If you want to show the audience what you're talking about, you're asking why is Lancelot blue? Are we not going to talk about the fact that Arthur had vines growing out of him,
I don't.
or the fact that all of his knights are zombies? Like, Lancelot being blue is the least of our
So
problems.
I can understand why he has zombie knights because he's dead, and so are zombies. I don't understand why there was roots growing out of him, and I don't think that was explained very well. And I was a bit confused, unless I missed something.
I mean, I think that was Merlin, which, oops, there we go. Merlin is involved. Surprise, surprise.
Merlin's a dick.
Right? I just want to, like, square up, motherfucker. Let it be said, though. So, again, this series is very fast paced. It's something that was really hard for me to take notes on because, like, within one issue, they introduced, like, 4 characters. um, but we did find out that one of the national leaders, Mary, raised her son Galahad to play that role, quite literally, to the point where Homeboy is deranged. Talk about psychological abuse. But it's later revealed that Duncan and Galahad are brothers. And it's like, okay, go off. I think that the thing that hurt me the most, because like even through the fast-paced nature of it all, was that panel where Duncan gets to meet his mother for the first time after she kind of just left. Which her leaving was like really just like, okay, I don't understand what's going on. But like him finally meeting his mom after all these years, and for her to just say, I'm not your mother, I can't be. I have to be his. Like,
Dude,
and then talk about mommy issues.
she confuses me as a character.
It's very like I feel like if bipolar was the person.
Dude, she's obviously schizophrenic, and because she has so many different names and so many different personalities, and she's out there helping him, not helping him. I can't be your mother. Go in the water or die. And I can't keep up with it.
That's one thing I really like. I want to love Mary. I sympathize with her backstory. I understand it, the manipulation that took place, but at the same time, there's like parts where it's just like she has not been fully fleshed out as a character, and it's kind of like we're watching them slowly figure out who she's supposed to be. Because obviously, we knew who she was supposed to be in the original six issues.
Yeah.
But now it's like who's she supposed to be in a grander scheme of things? Because
that
after issue 6, after they kind of deal with things for the time being, the Grail has got brotherly spat. We see Mary kind of running off, right, and she gets lost in kind of this darkness as the other world is collapsing. And it's revealed that Merlin is... Can I stop burping?
Probably not.
Jesus. It's kind of like revealed that Merlin is there, and he's looking for someone to take on the role as, was it Nemune?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he gives her that role to play, and ultimately that kind of fucks her over, and kind of in the worst possible way, because in my notes I've cited that Galahad gets fucked over.
Galahad becomes a fucking centaur. Bro, why did you have to make him a centaur? He lost a fucking leg. And you gave him...
So he would never fall off his horse again.
But you gave him 3 extra.
That's the point, Clyde.
And what did you do with his face?
Pretty boys get no rights.
They gave him a new face, and it's not great.
Pretty boys get no rights.
Bro. Like,
because he was fine. Let me just say this right now to all the bisexuals watching. The men are fine, the monsters are finer, and women.
You're not wrong.
This is the series for you. But no, oh god, no, like, and that's the thing is like, when you don't put kind of a rule to the magic and whatnot, it gets confusing, and this is where the confusion comes in. So, Mary, what was the role she was playing for Galahad? I forgot. That's the one thing I wasn't able to put in my notes.
Say that again?
So she played another role, slept with Lancelot, and
Guinevere.
Guinevere, there we go. So she played the role of Guinevere. Cool, swag. Then she's given the role of Nemune, Kay, and so she's playing 2 different roles, along with her original one.
She tricked Lancelot.
I don't blame her. Damn, homeboy thick. Clyde, you chose the wrong series.
He's blue. He's blue and looks like a you remember the movie? Do you remember the second Transformers movie when all the mini little robots were in there and the lady turned into, I don't know, that thing that was spitting robot parts out of her mouth or whatever? He looks like that.
I think he looks like a gemstone. And that's pretty fucking sexy.
Alright then.
Either way, homegirl tricks Lancelot, she fucks him. Boom, they have a child. A child
Who grows up to be a centaur.
And so, he doesn't grow to be a centaur, he's made a centaur, okay?
He grew up to become a centaur.
I mean, okay, but here's the thing, is Galahad had been manipulated.
Yeah, but am I wrong? Did he not grow up to be a centaur? An undead centaur.
Yes and no.
100% yes. How can you deny?
Yes and
He's
no.
definitely a centaur, and he definitely grew up.
But here's the thing: is he grew up to play the role of Galahad,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he was manipulated so much as a child that he thought this was his only role in life. So instead of like using his logical thinking skills, and instead of sitting in that chair, he could have walked out. No, he was so ingrained in this due to the manipulation and gaslighting that he sat in that chair. He wanted to be worthy, which
Mm-hmm.
fuck. He didn't grow up to be a centaur. He grew up to play a role.
Uh,
And unfortunately, that role led to being a centaur, but it wasn't planned.
no, no, no. I know it wasn't, but he grew up to be a centaur.
Yes and
Like
no.
I didn't plan on growing up to make props for my main source of income, but here I am, a giant
I didn't
child.
grow up to be a disappointment, yet here I am. But no, so God, we're skimming over a lot of this because it's 18 issues, and if
Yeah,
we were to talk about 18 issues, we would be here all night,
yeah.
or we would have to split this into 2 weeks. And let's just say we don't want to split it into
No,
two
no.
weeks,
There's a lot of good stuff coming out next week.
right? Like we got like I mean, anyway. So where were we? So the roles are confusing because Mary has played 3 roles. My pot filter keeps falling. She's played 3 roles, but as an immune. So it seems, from what I could understand, they needed a book, right? So that, like after issue 6, going into like issue 7 to 18, um, there's that museum high. She grabs this book. I was like the Beowulf book, yeah.
Yeah, the manuscripts, the
I,
Beowulf manuscripts.
yeah, and so that's something to do with Merlin. I'm sorry. And the Beowulf is kind of summoned.
Yeah,
And it's not really revealed at that point what Merlin is up to, but it's obviously some fuck shit. And so it's trying to kill Duncan, and she's like, "Wait, I kind of actually love my son." Boom,
yeah,
role of Beowulf, and it's like,
yep. Well, and that's part of her story too. This is where it gets confusing. Is you're putting all these stories in, and it's part of her story that she portrays Merlin as one of her 47 personalities. Um, so we knew that was gonna. You knew that she was gonna portray Merlin, or Merlin knew that she was gonna portray Merlin. I don't even know who the fuck
because
knows
well, I
what
mean,
anymore.
Merlin did acknowledge that every Nemune has betrayed him,
Yeah,
and so he had the one up this time.
yeah,
But so like she was working behind his back and like siding with her son,
hmm
who's over here like, I hate my grandma, I hate my mother.
I hate everybody.
I'm having a fucking life, like not even a midlife crisis, just a existential life crisis because my entire life has been a lie. Boom, I'm the Beowulf now.
Yep.
And that's where it gets confusing for him. This is what one of my friends and I talked about. We didn't get to properly see him be Percival, and now he's the Beowulf because he killed the Beowulf.
So I think so. This is what I think, and I kind of like that because it's like they addressed that later when he's talking to his grandmother when she said, "I didn't want to scare you, but it's never been this bad." Like all the stories are changing and crossing over, and it's just this big ball of fuckery.
Which makes sense because it's leading into a big ball of fuckery
Exactly.
with where we're at now.
Yeah.
It's just because his entire life has been made to play the role of Percival, it was a little bit disappointing not getting to see that fully fleshed out. We got to see bits and pieces, but majority of what we got to see before he took on a different role was his coming to, and not the acceptance really. The acceptance was overshadowed with boom, not anymore, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
So
It's
so that was like a little bit disappointing, and I hope that we get to see him play that part a bit more within the second arc coming starting in August.
yeah.
Kind of doubt it, but we'll see where that
I
goes.
think I think what's gonna happen here is it's gonna be his own story, and there things are gonna change because there's so much going on and all the stories are crossing over and everything, and now evidently they've been pulled to the other world.
Yeah. So also, we're gonna acknowledge this because they've got that's another thing. They've got so many damn subplots going on.
Mm-hmm.
In issue 14, Rose takes on the role of I don't know how to pronounce that, Cly. I really don't.
I'm looking for your notes. Gwen?
Gwen. Okay, cool. We'll go with that. Because like she like kind of like sliced into the Green Knight's head, which that's another thing is we have not gotten to see Rose get properly fleshed out. I put in my notes that she feels more like a convenient plot device, and she does. She's there to, I mean, she's kind of the reason why we're where we're at now,
Mm-hmm.
which not a good thing. But like with like scrying on the map and whatnot. Oh, look, I'm a convenient plot device. Oh wow, I'm a convenient plot device for Mary to try to kill me. I mean, I love her. I mean, the bit of characterization we have gotten, she's a very strong and independent, fun character. I mean, it's just, it feels like she's been an afterthought, more of like, oh, girlfriend of the main hero. Like, no, she's hot, she's smart, she's strong. Let her play a proper
I
role.
think we're gonna see her play more of a proper role
With that fucking dragon, dude, that fucking
going
dragon.
forward. I thought that was because that's a big tell. So I think they're developing her character, but there's so much other shit going on. I
It's
think
like, slow down.
I think she's gonna get developed a little bit as we go forward now. It's because there was uh, Blue confusing Lancelot. Uh, there was Centaur. What's his name? Galahad.
Galahad.
There's
Which, can we just talk about how the fact that when he was turned into a centaur, Merlin wiped his memory? So he doesn't even know who his own mother is.
he's just a
Because,
now he's just a centaur doing
oh,
centaur shit.
but I want to just point this out. Through all the craziness, there has been really great moments. So we haven't even talked about Granny a lot because, I mean, she's there, but she's more of like,
She's
she provokes shit.
she's a comic relief. If we're
Honestly,
being,
honestly.
I mean, she fucking
I mean,
mollywopped
I mean,
Galahad. And that's why Galahad's a centaur now.
I mean, she's over here like, I think we haven't gotten to introductions. I'm your grandma.
Then killed him, or almost killed him.
I mean, what? She was the one that fucking chopped his leg off.
Yeah, dude.
Which, I mean, she's cool. She's cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, she's great. It's just, ugh. But I think one of the best moments when it comes to characterization with her is when that nationalist motherfucker is like gutted. And I'm gonna pull up the original image because Discord's being gay. Is when she's holding him in her lap, and she's trying to comfort him while he's dying, and that really like.
Yep.
I mean, of course she told Dunk, because he's like, I've never seen you act like that, and she's like, if you were bleeding out, I would act the same. I've noted that they have animosity towards one another because she lied, he didn't get the truth until last minute. So like, obviously, there's gonna be like that
Oh
little
yeah.
bit of dichotomy there. But I'm trying to find out where it is. So like the guy says, I'm scared, and despite him being the enemy, she just like calmingly says, you should be. If there's a hell, you're going there. I mean, and like he just accepts it, you know, like I mean,
Hmm.
what more can you accept after all the horrible shit you've done? But the fact that like she sat there in front of her grandson and his girlfriend and did this, and they've never seen that side of her. I felt that was like a great characterized, like a added characterization to her.
Oh yeah.
Because for the longest time, we just saw her as like tough, rough granny, comic relief, but she also has like a sensitive side that she never showed until that moment. And it could have been manipulation, but it
Hmm.
didn't feel that way.
No, not at all.
Okay. Notes. Um, so honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna say from issue 15 to 18, it kind of all felt like a blur.
That was like a sprint.
Right? They're like, so we're gonna start off running.
Yeah.
We're gonna slow down just a little bit, but we're gonna keep sprinting. So it kind of all blended together, which is why doing notes is really hard, because you need one specific thing, but because it's so fast paced, it's hard to find those like tiny little details. So I apologize on my note taking
No,
abilities
fine.
tonight.
This so I think we can start to steer away from Once and Future now and move on to our next segments. Because we talked about it a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a blue Lancelot. There's a centaur man-child. King Arthur's a tree. Merlin's some dude with a fucking hood. That I don't know what the fuck he's doing. There's a lady with 19 personalities that's not Crazy Jane from the Doom Patrol.
Oh my god.
Duncan doesn't know what the fuck's going on half the time and somehow still wins. And Granny's kind of a bitch, but I'm here for it. Overall,
let me just.
I strongly recommend this
Oh god,
for a
yeah.
read. It's a lot of fun.
I will summarize the last issue like this. There is a war that happens in the other world that ends up with information being leaked through the government, and that information in turn opens up the world's eyes to these myths and legends, and it brings the other world into the real world, causing a shift in dichotomy, right? That's caused because Rose kept making phone calls to the police and getting people killed. And the last panel, pretty much with like monsters and everything, is we'll make the best of it. So if that's one way to end off a very confusing, very fast-paced arc, I don't know what is. I think it might slow down. I'm hoping and praying it slows down.
Oh yeah.
Just a little bit.
What was your favorite cover?
But here we go. A favorite issue 5.
Issue 5.
Issue 5. I like pretty boys, and Galahad, before becoming a fucking centaur, was a very pretty boy.
Okay. I could see that.
I also feel like he would probably listen to not Midwest emo male manipulator music, but like rap male manipulator music, and try to gaslight me a little bit. That might be my own personal issues, but he gives off those vibes. How about you?
I am a big fan of I can't remember which variant it is. Number 13 with the Lady of the Lake with the sword on the front. No words on it.
Yeah, that was a really good one. All right. Let's get this all out of the way then. They are on a hiatus. I forgot when issue 18 was released in May, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So issue 18 released last month. They went on hiatus because of other projects, I do believe. But issue 19 is scheduled for its release on August 25th of this year. And there are 2 trade volumes out right now. Volume 1, The King is Undead, which collects issues 1 through 6. Volume 2, Old English, collects issues 7 through 12. Volume 3, The Parliament of Magpies, will be collecting issues 13 through 18, so where we are currently, and it is expected to be released on July 27th of this year. With that said, if you like this series, and we say this with every single Boom Studios series, you are going to have to put it on your pull box with your local comic shop.
Needs to be.
Because it is another one of those hard to get series, and once it's gone, it's gone.
Yep.
And they have not been making a lot of variants for the newer issues. So either pre-order it or get a pull box set up with your local comic shop.
I'm surprised they haven't been pushing out variant covers while they're on hiatus.
They've got 8 for issue 1?
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, if anything, just be aware it's very fast-paced, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very fast-paced. I mean, obviously we're sitting here trying to talk about it, but we're like, memory problem too.
We talked about it for 45 minutes.
We tried. and that's all we can say.
Yeah.
We're still learning, guys. We've only been doing this since April. Okay, Collector's Corner.
What do you got? It's your week.
Okay, I'm not going to pull out the issues for this because they're out of print, and I don't think that's very fair for people, but Hellblazer. My pick for tonight is John Constantine Hellblazer, the 2019 to 2020 series. I'm going to be specifically talking about Volume 1, Marks of Woe. Its retail price is $19.99, so it is very, very accessible to come by. It was done through DC's Black Label, formerly Vertigo. The writer is Simon Spurrier. They had 2 artists on this series, Aaron Campbell and Matthias Bergara. Volume 1 was Books of Magic issue 14, which led to the war that we see in Sandman Presents, which is also in here, and then issues 1 through 6. And the reason why I think this should be in your guys' collection is we all know how good yet very bad the Vertigo series was. Sai said on a blog post he wanted to write for the original Vertigo series, but it ended before he got the chance. And so for readers familiar with the series, he put in a lot of Easter eggs. And for readers that are new to Hellblazer, he made it a very fun and enjoyable ride. And he really took those Vertigo roots with all the political banter, the digs at the UK government, the chain smoking, the alcoholism, and just the funny British punk banter, put it all into a modern world that we're very familiar with, while us getting to see John lose friends and make new ones. I mean, Chaz isn't there, unfortunately, but we see that John has a phone and Vestibulin's in it, and we get to see them banter back and forth. But he's also being followed with demons and new friends, Tommy, Natalie, and Noah. And it's a lot of fun. They really went and put John into a modern world and said, let's see what happens. And we did get to see what happened, and it was a ton of fun. The art is gorgeous, and it'll tear at your heartstrings. I honestly enjoyed the characterization, and I'm really, really sad that I believe Sai said they had been commissioned for 18 issues. They were canceled like a month or so before issue 12 came out. So they didn't get to tell the proper story they wanted to tell, but it's still so great, and they ended it off on such a great note. Volume out, but tonight I was talking about Volume 1 because that's always the best place to start.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, yeah.
Nice. That's a good one. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. I mean, I showed some people, they're like, are we even surprised? And I'm like, you shouldn't be.
All right, I didn't.
Let me get on League of Comics.
I have not been able to get to my comic store today. I had some stuff to do, but Radiant Black number 5 is out this week.
Oh, it is? Hold on.
Yup. It is out today. And Berserker.
It's out today.
Radiant Black number 5 is out today, June 16th.
It's out today, son of a bitch.
And that is for sure on my pull list. And Berserker 3 is out today, and X-Corp number 2.
I noticed that Stillwater is out.
Yep.
I need to read that series. It looks really good.
They put out another.
I keep forgetting about DC's Truth and Justice. I have no idea what it's about. I just know that John was in one issue. That's all I care about.
I don't know much about that one.
No, I literally tried to read it, and the art style was unappealing.
Do you think they put out another Jupiter's Legacy run of comics because they thought Netflix was going to keep the show going? Whoops.
R/age like milk.
All right, so let's go.
Oh, there's a Great Gatsby comic.
Is there?
Yeah, it's through Clover Press.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really. Oh, dude, the variants on this are so pretty. Hold on.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that. I didn't notice that last week.
I use League of Comic Geeks. I don't know what the fuck you use. You say it all the time, and
Oh no, that's for.
I
So I use Key Collector for uh like key issues that are coming out in the.
There's like a manga comic coming out through Antarctic Press.
Is it that fucking pirate thing that we talked about last week?
Ninja High School.
No, fuck that.
It's on 180, so it's not new at all.
I'm fucking out.
Power to you, you know.
You
For the week of the 23rd. Ooh.
Yeah,
okay. Let's just be honest. I see Logan and Wade fighting on a cover. I'm already interested. The fuck.
Oh, I thought you were going right for Something's Killing the Children, number 17.
Oh wait. Oh right. Yeah. Shit. The fucking day we get to talk about that on here is the day I have officially won. Yeah, Something is Killing the Children number 17 is out on the 23rd. Robin number 3 is out on the 22nd. Way of X out on the 23rd. The 23rd has actually got a lot of stuff that I'm more interested in.
I told you the 23rd is coming in hot. That's why we.
Right?
Ooh,
Undiscovered Country looks pretty good. That's through Image.
Yeah. Way of X. You said that already, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I forgot there was a Harley Quinn series.
Yeah, there is. There.
There's a Fantastic Four life story we'll have Beyond on for issue 2. Can I not speak?
What?
Is my brain just like gonna bleh? That answers all I need to know.
The Blue Flame number 2 comes out next week. The first one was
really.
Yeah, the first one was super fun.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I don't see it. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I got that on my poll box. They were like, I don't know if we can get you issue 1, but we can definitely get you issue 2 because like it's such limited fucking print.
Yeah.
Let's see. I saw one cover that had me. Is that fucking Homestuck? Okay, I was about to say if that's Homestuck, I will get up and walk.
Power Rangers number 8.
The Dreaming Waking Hours number 11. Oh god, I could go on a full fucking rant about how dirty DC did the Sandman universe line. I kind of already did with my collector's corner pick, but
can I ask you a question?
Ask away.
Have you watched the Power Rangers before?
I grew up on it,
right.
so I would hope so.
How do their fucking spandex suits spark? That shit doesn't make any sense. It's fucking spandex. Also, why are you morphing into just a fucking helmet and a goddamn leotard to fucking fight these giant ass monsters, and that's gonna protect you? What the fuck? It's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And to get them to fucking spark doesn't even make sense. It's fucking. I've never seen a high school wrestler fucking spark when they run into each other.
I was gonna say, if we want to take the oh wow, we want to take the potential route. Maybe it's not. I mean, we know in the show it's spandex, but I'm thinking maybe it's like, what are they like through an alien thing? God, it's been years, Clyde, but like I don't think it's spandex in the comics at least.
I don't know, man. I've read all the new runs of the Power Rangers, and it still looks like fucking spandex. It looks like, unless it's some kind of nanotech, like they're fucking Iron Man. But what kind of shitty alien comes down and gives you powers to put on fucking spandex? Like you're giving, like what kind of perverted alien comes down and gives teenagers just spandex to wear to go fight fucking crime?
God damn.
It just, I don't understand. If somebody can help me understand that, that'd be fucking great. Because I don't get it. It's Bro, Zordon's no better than Batman when it comes to kids.
And here we go about the Batman rant.
Bro, fuck Batman. Fuck the fact that he doesn't give Robin pants. A 12-year-old boy has to go out and fight crime in no pants. And teenage children have to get dressed up. Also, how do you have those kid Power Rangers that turn into a fucking adult all of a sudden when they put the... It's not Shazam. I don't... There's... I love the Power Rangers comics, don't get me wrong. I just don't understand some of it. Mainly the spandex issue, and... Because that's some bullshit.
So last week it was pants, and this week it's spandex.
Bro, you're putting teenagers in spandex to go fight some dude named Goldar and Rita Repulsa.
It's more. Would you rather them not have pants?
No, I'd rather them have pants and appropriate armor to fight these people. You're fighting a lady that has a castle on a fucking moon that shoots things called putties at you, who are also ironically wearing spandex, which doesn't make any sense to me because they're made out of clay. They technically don't need clothes, right? They took the time to make clothes for these fucking pieces of mud and rock. But this other alien can't take time to make armor for human children who are fighting crime. And by crime, they're not even fighting crimes. They're fighting fucking aliens. And I don't even they're not even trying to rob anything.
Out of pocket.
Ridiculous.
God damn it.
Some bullshit.
The Modern Frankenstein #3 through Heavy Metal. That looks kind of good though. That actually, I have a friend that's really into Frankenstein. I might actually recommend that to them because that looks. Oh, it looks good. Okay, I'm recommending that to them. Hold on, let me put that on my. I can't fucking pull it. Son of a bitch. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Oh shit! Did you see the cover for Night? That's not. What the fuck?
Stop yelling at me.
So Nightwing 81. That cover looks fucking sick.
Nightwing 81. When's that come out? Next week?
Yeah. Oh no, it's out this week.
It's out this week. Going back a week.
Okay, I thought it was like Court of Owls again, but I was wrong.
Can't find it.
It's week of the 16th. Yeah, it's a sick cover. I kind of gave up because of that fucking Rick arc.
I don't want it.
How are you going to sit there for a full fucking year and we're like, yeah, Chief, this ain't it, and they're like, nah, Chief, this is exactly what you want. Why do we want to sit there and watch Dick Grayson have his own fucking villain arc, and I never in my life want to hear the Joker call him Ricky ever again.
No, nope. And that
was awful. I'm sorry, DC. The best thing you ever gave Dick Grayson was the fact that his backstory and family heritage is linked to the Court of Owls.
And
best fucking thing you've ever done.
And pants.
Quit with the pants.
I can't, dude. I can't. I'm glad he grew up to have pants.
But like how are we gonna?
Just like Galahad grew up to be a centaur, and is also not wearing pants, which is disconcerting. But that's besides the point. Go on. I'm sorry.
But like I was saying, how are you going to sit there and we're vocal on platforms being like, can y'all fucking end this arc? It's dog shit, and they're just sitting there like, this is exactly what our fans want. They want us to see. They want to see Dick Grayson get brainwashed. It's exactly what they need to see. Homie, I like brainwash arcs as much as the next person, but that wasn't done right. I don't give a shit what you say.
It's because DC doesn't give a shit. And that's why I only recently started reading the DC superhero comics again on some of the new runs, like the Suicide Squad, which I am oddly into, which I didn't think I was going to because, what's his name? Peacemaker is like front and fucking center of it, and who gives a shit about him? But John Cena is gonna play Peacekeeper or Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad that comes out in August. So I feel like they're just reintroducing the character, and they're doing a good job with him. And he's interesting. Like the whole team, and the fact that Titans Academy is crossing over, and they're actually doing a crossover that makes sense, and not just a crossover to have a crossover. They're finding their way again, and it's making it for interesting reading. Unlike that.
Like the one thing that. Sorry.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, unlike that bullshit.
The one thing that DC has done wrong for so many years is constantly reboot, which rebooting makes sense. It's intended to make it more accessible to readers, but they did it in a way that was inaccessible to readers and way more confusing. But all the fucking crossovers, all the rebooting, this character dies, oh he's back again, soap opera bullshit. Like,
that's literally all
for years, I didn't even want to fucking touch a superhero comic. That's why I've been so fucking stubborn with the magic and magic and like I guess I'll say it, celestial side of DC, because I genuinely do not give a fuck about superheroes. But like, I mean, Robin #1, like really like, oh wow, I actually want to see more of Damian Wayne. Like, I have so many issues with DC, and it's mostly because they can't get their fucking bearings straight.
So just to be clear, comic books are just soap operas. And this is
pretty much.
This is something that stuck with me since I was a kid watching the X-Men TV show cartoon in the 90s. There was this, I think it was the Dark Phoenix special that they played primetime, and begged my parents to let me watch it. So they watched it with me, and my mom looked at me and goes, "This is just a soap opera. This doesn't even make any sense. This is a soap opera with superpowers."
You know, so I was staying with some family last year when I was trying to get back on my feet, and I had sat down to watch an episode of The Flash. Don't even get me fucking started on The Flash. But I was just sitting there watching it, and like, cousin from behind me, like, person I'm staying with, and she's like, "This is literally a soap opera." I'm like, "I'm very well aware."
It is. That's it.
Like, I mean, and comic nerds sometimes take it to the extreme of like, well, this is bullshit, this isn't canon. Motherfucker, like, at the end of the day, what is canon anymore?
Nobody knows.
The most I can tell you that's canon is someone died, came back to life. Oh, there we go, dying again. Like,
nobody knows.
I mean, it's the same on, like, with the big two, it's the same bullshit day in, day out, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I don't know. I just don't know anymore. But at least they're making some interesting comics again.
Yeah, that's.
I would personally, and this is me being selfish, would love to see more Dr. Fate in the comics, because I love Dr. Fate, and I would love to see more Hawkman and Hawkgirl, because they're fucking baller.
Can I just say, out of every crime DC has committed, besides what they did with Dick Grayson and Devin Grayson's run, awful, 0 out of 10. I never in my life, and I know they haven't offended in a good 10 plus years, but I never in my life want to see some bullshit like Tintatod ever again. What the fuck? You know why I don't fuck with DC? It's because of Tintatod.
I don't want to talk about it.
Awful.
I just don't want to talk about it. No.
Awful.
Fuck that.
Like, why was that?
Fuck.
No, but like, if anything, because they have Johnny back in like the main DC continuity. I want to see better writers for him. Quit putting American writers on his stories when they don't even understand the character and can't get his sarcasm right. Like, damn.
Yeah, Yeah, no, he'll.
Or else we'll get another Brian Azzarello situation. Do you want another Brian Azzarello situation? Anyway, I digress. Week of the 23rd. What is up? Does that say? Okay, I thought it said something else, and I was going to say, can't say that on stream, but what the fuck? No, it's a lot of like the indie shit. I see some Archie shit. I don't really fuck with Archie. It's a lot of
I don't give a shit about Archie.
Clyde, have you seen the cover for Ninjas and Robots #8?
No, where is it? What line is that in?
I swear, it's mostly just adult content when it's indie for the week of the 23rd. Oh my god.
The Old Guard Tales Through Time.
Old Guard. Oh, son of a... I have been meaning to read that. I saw it in the shop.
It's good. It's good.
We need to talk about it sometime once I get caught up. Oh yeah, IDW Publishing and Marvel have teamed up for a Captain Marvel thing. It looks really cute, like really fun and really cute. I kind of want to read it.
Yeah. Vinyl #1 looks pretty good. That's it.
Yes, I mean, what the fuck?
Actually, we're past 9. We're over our time because of my spandex pants rant again.
Stop with the spandex and the
I
pants!
just said it's because of my rant, bro. Stop yelling at me.
Let me read the synopsis to this because it sounds actually kind of fucking interesting, and I'm gonna pull it.
Okay.
Plastic creators Doug Wagner and Daniel Hilliard return with Eisner winner Dave Stewart for an unsettling tale of psychopath, sweet love, and a serial killer named Walter. When Walter's best friend, the FBI agent charged with his capture, is kidnapped by a death cult of all-female sunflower farmers, Walter finds himself deep within an underground labyrinth filled with secrets and monsters.
I'm fucking in.
But are there monsters more horrific than his mother? Okay, I don't really like the cover, but damn, that sounds good.
It does.
Like the A cover, I don't like the A cover, but I'm looking at the Jay Ferguson cover. I like that. So, yeah, 23rd looks pretty fucking stacked. Like, I'm fucking excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be an expensive day at the comic shop. But
I have rent due that week.
fair enough.
I guess with that said, if everyone's done hearing us rant about DC and Cly with his fucking spandex,
I'm telling you some bullshit.
As always, you can find us here on YouTube, The Weekly Globe. I keep wanting to say The Daily Globe, but it's The Weekly Globe here on YouTube. You can find us on TikTok, DJ Spooky Tie, and
Clyburn.
There you go. And we are slowly yet surely getting other social media set up.
Yep.
But for now,
this is it.
This is it. Alrighty.
All right.
Any last words, comrade?
No, that's about it.
Cool. Final words from me. Watch Loki. Watch Loki.
I have to watch episode 2.
It's same here. But take that 2 hours of your time. Watch Loki. I say 2 hours because episode 2 is out.
It's good.
Anyway. Good night.
Right, see you later.
Ah, shit. Night.